Is the San Diego real estate market a bubble about to burst? What's happening? I'm JC with the Agajanian Group at Whissel Realty, bringing you another monthly market update. And no, we are not in a bubble, and no, it's not about to burst. Let's get into the numbers and talk about it a little bit more. As usual, we like to dig into the actual data provided by the San Diego Association of Realtors each month, looking at the previous one. So right now, we are in May, looking at April's figures. So right off the bat, let's get into new listings. How much new inventory? That's the hot topic in real estate right now. When are we going to get new homes to look at? How much new inventory is coming on the market, and is it more than this time last year? Well, I'm sorry to say it's not. It's fewer homes to the tune of 18% less than this time last year coming on the market each month. So the next figure that we look at, so no, there's not more inventory coming on right now as far as the data shows from last month. The next piece of data we look at is how many homes are going off the market, because we always want to know how much supply is coming on and how much properties are being accepted and going into contract and going off, to really get an idea of if we're going to have a net plus or a net minus of properties for sale on the market. So the numbers of new properties going off the market, getting accepted offers and going into the pending status or under contract is also down to the tune of also just over 18%, almost 19. So we have fewer homes coming on the market, and we also have fewer homes going off the market. So overall, we are still moving in a direction of supply constraint, not an increasing supply. So that ought to tell you which direction we're headed with this market. Other key pieces of information that tell us where we're headed and not necessarily where we've been are the amount of days on market. This is helpful. Most people think homes are only lasting about 1 or 2 days and then they go into contract. And the majority of the homes are that way. They'll last maybe, an agent will put a property on the market on a Thursday, have an open house over the weekend, and then accept offers Monday, Tuesday. And that's a pretty similar cadence that we've been experiencing over the past year or two. But the actual data shows that we've got nearly 20 days of market time on average when you include all homes, the ones that weren't priced right, the ones that maybe didn't show very well, and maybe the ones that had a little funky layout. If you account for all of those properties, in addition to the ones that are hot homes that sell real quickly, it's an average of about 18 days on market. Now, the real leading indicator that tells us which direction we are headed is the amount of supply. We call it month supply of inventory. And my analogy I always use for that is, if you picture yourself in the grocery store and you look at a shelf full of cereal boxes, how long is it going to take for that cereal box to sell down to zero without adding any more boxes to that shelf? That's our month supply of inventory. And in a neutral market, not really a seller's market, not really a buyer's market, that's going to be about a 4 to 6 month period of time of inventory. And we are down again this month when compared to last year. And we have less than 1 month supply of inventory on average in the whole county. It's 0.8 months, so 3 weeks or so. So still a very strong seller's market, even though we have experienced a significant rate bump, and there's all kinds of headlines that the mainstream media is pushing at you saying that the sky is falling, this game is over, forget about real estate, it's unaffordable. Well, yes and no. I'll be honest with you, the entry-level buyer who maybe was sensitive to $100 to $500 in mortgage payment making or breaking them being able to buy, we may or may not have lost some of those people on the lower end of the price range of the homes in San Diego County. But the majority of people who are still buying are able to absorb that rate increase by either just accepting a little bit higher monthly payment or having a little bit higher down payment to neutralize that and keep the payment the same. Overall, what are we looking at for the rest of this year? What are we looking at for this summer? We're not seeing a plateau yet. We're not seeing a downturn. The rates are coming up, but we're still seeing forecasted appreciation, just not as fast as it has been happening, because frankly, it's been out of control for the last couple of years. We do still anticipate double-digit appreciation throughout the year based on this data. Not my feelings, not what I'm getting in the market, but what we are looking at with figures coming out from the association. So what are you going to do with this information? Well, if you're a seller who's been on the fence and you feel like you kind of missed the boat and maybe the market's peaked out, I'm here to tell you, you're still safe and there's plenty of time to take advantage of all the equity you've accrued and really cash in and make the most of it to either move up, move out, move down, do whatever you're going to do. You're still in a good spot to take advantage of that. And as a buyer, what are you going to do? Whether you are a move up buyer needing to sell a home and get something bigger or more expensive, or maybe you're a first-time buyer, well, really, the rates are still really good. And if you are open to a little out-of-the-box thinking, we can actually still get you a fantastic mortgage sub 3%. Go ahead and shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to connect you with a fantastic lender to help you with that. But the options are still there no matter where you're at, and it's a good time even right now in May of 2022. As usual, I'd love to chat with you more about this. Send me a message and I'll talk to you soon.